come for this session. So I am glad to welcome you all for our 750th milestone meeting at Medley Toastmasters Club. So before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules which we follow in our Toastmaster meeting. Please turn off your mobile phone or keep them in a silent mode. As Toastmasters, we will not talk about sex, politics and religion. So please refrain from discussing on this topic. Please do not cross talk. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve, our Toastmasters Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So be attentive throughout the meeting and support our speakers with your warm smile and claps. So let's have a great session. So with this, I hand over the stage to our walk of honor chair, Toastmaster Kirtan.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. It is an absolute pleasure and honor to stand before you today the Medley Toastmasters Club as we celebrate a remarkable milestone, our 750th meeting. This is truly a momentous occasion, and I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you who has been a part of this incredible journey. The Medley Toastmasters Club has a rich history, and it would not have been possible without the dedication and commitment of our past presidents. They have laid the foundation upon which we continue to build and thrive today. As the names are called, I request the past presidents to come to the stage. Distinguished Toastmaster TM Sree Founder President from July Toastmaster Shanthi Swaminathan from July 29 Distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman from Distinguished Toastmaster Jayanti Sundar from July 2013 to December 2013. Toastmaster S. Kalyan from July 2017 to December 2017. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman from July 2019 to December 2019. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Abraham. Distinguished Toastmaster Sambat Savarajan from Jan 2022 to June 2022. Toastmaster Sarunan Ponnusamy from July 2022 to December 2022. Toastmaster Sarunan Ponnusamy from July 2022 to December 2022. Toastmaster Dinagaran from 2023 to Toastmaster Venkatesh Session from August 2023 to the present President Toastmaster Venkat Session to felicitate the past President.
Medley Toastmasters has a unique feature. We have our own Medley anthem.
Mute to the laptop. You can mute to the laptop.
So,
Thank you. So Medley has its own legacy of having Medley anthem in 5 different languages our members have sung. So it is our tradition to play this in most of our meetings. So thanks for the organizers and the composers of this anthem. At this time, I would like to thank all the past presidents who have made Medley proud what it is for today. And I thank every one of you from the bottom of hearts of our Medley members. Thank you. I would like to thank Toastmaster Jagan, who is a fitness enthusiast. Thanks for setting the rules and the warm introduction to Toastmaster Kirtan or walk of honor chair. And I would like to thank Toastmaster Kirtan for doing the walk of honor for our past presidents. And I really appreciate his efforts. With this, I announce meeting number 750 open. Medley 750 Dreams Made True. It's the Medley legacy of nurturing talents in public speaking, communication, and leadership skills. This was only because of the efforts of members since charter till date. 750th milestone meeting today signifies the club's success journey so far and the strength it has to grow leaps and bounds in the years to come. I wish everyone, all of you here, Medley members, Toastmasters and guests, that all your dreams are made true in this great platform. At this time, I would like to invite the dignitaries from our district of 120, District Director, TM Sree Jai Anand, District Program Quality Director, TM Krishnan, our Club Growth Director, Toastmaster Vinod Kumar, he is joining from online virtually. Our District Finance Manager, TM Vijayarajan. District Parliamentarian, Toastmaster Kalyan. Our District Quizmaster, TM Sundararaman. I would also like to extend my invitation, welcome note to our Division C Director, Toastmaster Mohammed, and our Area C3 Director and our own Medley Toastmaster Saravanan. I also feel privileged to invite distinguished Toastmasters of Medley Toastmasters Club and other Toastmasters here, TM Subramanian, the Charter President of Medley Toastmasters Club, TM Thomas Abraham, past District PR Manager and past President of Medley, TM Sundararaman, past President and past Area Director, TM Vijayarajan has joined online virtually, TM Parthasarathy for gracing this occasion at this time. I also welcome the past presidents of Medley, members of Medley, and the Evaluator of Medley, and the guests of Medley. Toastmasters International is a wonderful platform which helps all of us to excel in whatever we want to do. At Medley, we follow the four core values of Toastmasters International: integrity, respect, service, and excellence. Not just by words, but by its virtue as well. We strive to excel in whatever we try to do. And as the pursuit of this excellence, I would like to announce we have at Medley, some of you may know, we declare an award every month. Can someone tell what is the award? Star of the Month. I feel proud to announce a new award in Medley, which is the Rising Star of the Month. Rising Star of the Month is the award which we are announcing, which we are giving to the new Toastmasters who have joined less than a year in Medley, who have done the meeting roles and speeches in that month. They will be awarded Rising Star of the Month since July 2023. Now I would like to invite the Rising Stars so far for the last 3 months of Medley. For July 2023, Toastmaster Kalyani. Toastmaster Kalyani, Rising Star of the Month, July 2023. August 2023, Toastmaster Ananthan, he is not available. September 2023, Rising Star of the Month, Toastmaster Sintana, she is also not available at the last hour. Please give a huge round of applause for Rising Stars of the Month. Welcome to Medley 750, where dreams are made true. Where dreams are made true. I think I asked for 60 chairs. I believe everything is occupied, but I couldn't hear that kind of noise. Where dreams are made true. Where dreams are made true. Thank you. Now we will move on to the main session of the day. It is my privilege to introduce Toastmaster of the day. Toastmasters and guests. This person is 6 months old. You heard me right. She is 6 months old in Medley Toastmasters Club. Are you wondering what she will be doing as a Toastmaster of the day? She is our humorous speech winner of our club and also of our area. She is going to represent our division in the upcoming humorous speech contest at the division level. Toastmasters and guests, put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Presiding Officer Closing Remarks. Wait.
Okay.
Usual Toastmasters meeting. How many TMODs we have?
One, always.
Anything special today?
There is something special, yes.
Yes. It's a special Toastmaster meeting, so we bound to have another Toastmaster of the day. The second Toastmaster of the day, we didn't plan, so I asked my milestone chair, who is the second Toastmaster of the day? He started hunting for people. Someone raised his hand. Sir, can I do this? I looked at him. He is 1 month old. We are laughing at 6 months old. He is 1 month old. He said, I will do. I looked at him and said, have you started sitting or standing? He said, leave this stage, I will do a sprint. Put your hands together to welcome our soccer player and Toastmaster, Medley Toastmaster of the day.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you.
Oh, Priya. It's not a sleeping platform.
Sunshine, yes, but nowadays I dream Toastmasters, sleep Toastmasters, eat Toastmasters. Every activity I do in my life has a touch of Medley.
Sure, me too. And I believe you have taken the right path towards our aim of growth Toastmasters by joining Medley, where dreams are made true.
Sanjay, you should believe me, Toastmasters also give the dreams for you which you never dreamt before and also helps to make it true.
I agree, Priya. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters and guests.
Okay, so now we do have the restless Sanjay standing here. Don't know why.
Yeah, I'm very restless because the all-important India-Pakistan World Cup match is going on right now as we speak. And I'm also glad to inform that India won the toss and chosen to bowl first.
Yes, exactly. And you know, our timer, Toastmaster Bharat and Toastmaster Tamlavel are hardcore fans of Indian cricket. So they will be showing your green and yellow and red cards. Better stick onto the timelines or else they will take out their blue jerseys, wave and go off for the day. So, with much things, I want to know something about dreams. Do everyone like to dream? Yes? Yes? What do you dream about? Sir, in one word, what do you dream about?
Global professional speaker.
Wow. What do you dream about, Toastmaster Craig?
I dream about the day when I don't have to cook, I just happily go around the world exploring.
Yes, I love it. Yes, I also dream all day and night. And it always keeps a happy feeling inside us, right? Just like the speech, I have a dream by Martin Luther King Jr., we all have to have a dream that are the game changer of our life. Yes, the dreams are like seeds to our aspirations. And Toastmasters is a place to nourish, grow and evolve. You just have to see around yourself to believe it. I think everyone believes it, right? Okay. We do have role models all our lives and we want to be one of them one day. Just like that, I'm sure that many of us will have role models in District 120, the leaders, that is our trios. So it's time to just invite our trios.
Let us get set to be inspired by our dynamic district director, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri C. She is armed with a post-graduation in AI and machine learning and has left an indelible mark on District 120. Her brainchild, the Buddy Club program, the initiatives like outstanding DBE, rockstar recognitions have become benchmarks in District 120. She is a catalyst for growth. Yes, club sponsor for 8 clubs, mentor for 3 clubs. Wow. Her leadership acumen shines bright. earning the prestigious President's Distinguished Area Director and the President's Distinguished Division Director. She is a podium finisher in division level table topics and international speech contest. Join me in extending a warm welcome to our District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri, to deliver her address.
It's always there is a good echo. I think is it okay? Yeah. It's just weird that I am hearing myself again and again, so I have to get used to it for a couple of minutes. So it's always wonderful to meet Medleyans, because whether it's a milestone meeting or a normal meeting, the hall is packed with energy and enthusiasm. And I'm so happy to be invited to Medley's milestone since my division director term. Because I was one of the lucky division directors who got Medley moved to my division as I was just starting the term. So who will say no to having a strong club like Medley? I had a lot of wonderful moments. We were in Gandhinagar club then, and now we have moved to Arya, but I think the energy is always the same. What is the tagline of Toastmasters?
We are leaders.
Leaders are made.
Okay, some of you are still thinking or still not. Like Venkateshan said, we have 60 chairs, so we expect 60 voices. Already we are hearing our voices multiple times, so please help us hear your voice again. So when we enter Toastmasters, most of us join with a vision to become a better speaker, because we see that we come here, deliver speeches week on week, and then we become a better speaker, right? So the tagline is very apt, because whether you like it or not, you will become a better leader. Because you have to be on time, you have to finish your speech on time, you have to be empathetic towards others. And then after some time of your membership journey, you become an ex-com member. And then you see that you are really becoming a leader, because if you are a VPE, you realize that you have to have a backup speaker, you have to plan in advance, you have to ensure everybody is given chances. And more importantly, you have to stand up for what is right. I think when you are becoming a president, I think that's the first time you are realizing that you have to go and talk to a senior member who is probably the charter president of the club, but not currently part of the ExCom, coming and telling you, this is how we do it in Medley, you better do it. And then you realize that as a president, after 10 years, that's not true anymore. So what do? You get into that kind of a dilemma. Then it starts there. And then as you move forward, you become an area director, you become a division director. Now you can comfortably say no to people, but then you face a different challenge. So as we work on our speaking skills, we are groomed as better leaders. I think that is the best part of Medley or any Toastmasters club. Now, if a club has completed 750 meetings, do you know how many people it would have transformed? It is not just the people who are members of the club. It is also the people who get to meet the members of that Toastmasters club. Do you agree, wherever you go, you might not be just speaking a couple of words or just giving a word of appreciation, because you are trained to become a better evaluator and to become a Toastmaster, right? So that is the beautiful part of being Toastmaster and being part of a club like Medley. Now, leadership also has a lot of responsibility. So when I took up this role of district director this year, I knew that Toastmasters had given me so much in the last 10 years. I'm 100% sure I wouldn't be this person if not for Toastmasters, because I know how I was 10 years ago, and I like that Gayatri, but I know she wouldn't have grown this far if not for Toastmasters. So I had a big responsibility. Leadership is more about responsibility. So that's why this year we said we'll have the golden era. We will have the best for everything, every possible thing that we can bring into our members. We want the members to have the best possible experience. How many of you have heard about Icebreaker Marathon? We said just yesterday. Okay. So we brought an Icebreaker Marathon for new members. If you're a senior member, you could be part of a speakers bureau, or you could become a high performance leader. If you're a member who is in between, like I'm not new, but I'm still learning, we have quite a lot of initiatives. You could be part of the club support team, you could take up a role as a judge. So the idea is we wanted everybody to have the best possible experience, We wanted everybody to bring in a lot of new members. We want to build a lot of new clubs, and that is what we've been doing. So far this year, I'm very sure that we are doing super duper well, because our dashboard says that we have broken quite a lot of records. We've added the highest number of clubs in the last 3 years, last 4 years since the inception of District 120. We have kind of doubled the new members that we generally add in the first months. We generally add about 300 odd members. We've already crossed 600. So the reason is because not I am district director. It's because all of us are working towards the betterment of our district. So in that way, each and every one of us is a leader. So as a leader of a club like Medley, I would request you to bring in more and more legacy, bring in more members, help them transform better, help them utilize the opportunities. And if you see something is not available in our district, if you see something is not right, speak up. We have a forum called Good, Bad and Ugly in the website. You can just go there and speak. And I assure you, I check that, I check your entries on a regular basis and I respond as well. So you can speak anything. You can remain anonymous if you would like to. So that is the responsibility that I request from the leaders of this wonderful club. Let's keep growing together and have a rocking term ahead. It's already begun with such a wonderful energy here. So let's move forward, grow together and help a lot of people to grow together, because I think that's the place where the leaders will be made.
Now I request Toastmaster Venkateshan to felicitate his district Toastmaster.
I request Toastmaster Pearl, our newsletter chair, to come on stage. And I request our district director to open our newsletter for Medley Sound of the Medley Matters.
And we have the newsletter team and the EXCOM also to join. I think it wouldn't be fair for me to release a newsletter which the team has prepared.
I request all the other newsletter team members to be on stage along with the EXCOM members. Please. Toastmaster Cisy, TM Shanmugavel, Toastmaster Sree Jai Anand, Toastmaster Prasanna Vani, Toastmaster Anuradha, Toastmaster Pravda, Toastmaster Prasanna Vani, Toastmaster Dinagaran, and Ms. Rohit, please. Yes. Karan, Toastmaster Karan, please come on stage. So I request our district director and newsletter chair to open. Yeah, you can go to the slide. Thank you. Thank you very much for all your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
I request the team to stay back. So I've got a set of ribbons from the district, which we generally give it to the clubs that are reaching their milestone. I request the PQD also to join me on the stage to give These are, I hope you already have this culture. These are very proud possessions for every Toastmaster.
Thank you, everyone. That was a proud moment for Medley, right? Program Quality Director is responsible for all aspects of education and training within the district. Our program quality director, distinguished Toastmaster Mohana Krishnan, holds a bachelor's degree in electronics and communication engineering, along with 15 years of experience in software industry. Currently working as a principal product manager in Gent Digital, he is a passionate public speaker. He is the first member to achieve Pathway Distinguished Toastmaster in District 120. Also, creating the first of its kind membership dues calculator for clubs and members. He also served as the conference chair for the annual conference of division, area director, division director, and club growth director of District 120 during 2022 to 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to welcome our distinguished Toastmaster, Mohana Krishnan, to deliver the address.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. To the present district leaders, past district leaders, the president and past leaders of Medley, it feels great to be here at Medley 750. I was just talking when I entered this hall, I don't know why I missed the previous milestone, but the last milestone I was here was the 500th milestone. When I say here, not exactly here, it was the Gandhinagar Club, 500th milestone meeting of Medley. And I've been to Medley meetings before and it is special. I'll let you know what it is. But on the Medley 750, first of all, congratulations on this big feat. It's not just the members of the current members or the current leaders of Medley. I think it goes back to 2008 for all the stalwarts who have been there, have sowed that seed to make Medley what it is today. So big round of applause to every single member. The charter member till the newest member that you added this term. I think every single one has contributed to what Medley is today. And not just the club, right? I think all the past presidents, pretty much I think everyone has been a district officer, if not an area director, but some other role in the district, which does not have happened in a lot of clubs. So which means Medley has been helping the district, when I say district of course, area, division and all sorts. I think it's very important, and other clubs, including me, we have learned a lot of good things from Medley on how to conduct meetings and stuff. For me personally, I don't really remember the meeting number of Medley. I think it was Symantec 175, but Medley probably 300 or something like that. We had a joint meeting. Not sure if Kalyan was the president then, 2017 if I'm not wrong. So there was this joint meeting where we had a corporate, a community and a college. So corporate was Symantec, community was Medley, and then the college was IIT Madras. Why am I still remembering this meeting is not just because it was a joint meeting. There were about 5 speeches on the day and I won the best speaker, right? That's not it. Getting best speaker is totally fine. But that speech that I delivered here, and I had to put extra efforts to make sure, because Medley has this amazing, experience and quality. So I have to deliver the best. Of course, not just getting the best speaker on that day out of 5 or 6 speeches, but that speech took me to division ISC stage. Right? I have to thank Medley because there was definitely this pressure of quality saying I have to deliver the best speech on that day, which took me to the division stage of the international speech contest. So I have always think about that, and I am sure that video is still there on YouTube. But looking back all the way to Trio, long way, Medley has always been there to support, ask for doubt, various leaders from Medley, yes. I think as a club, Medley has a lot of responsibility, not just by producing leaders into your club area. I think after pandemic especially, I think I request, you've been doing that, continue doing that, come out, help other clubs. I always say this, it's important, while it's important to grow as a leader or grow as an individual or grow as a club, what is more important is to grow as a knowledgeable individual or knowledgeable club. I think we are getting there, we are doing as many sessions as possible. You could probably be hearing in all the TLA sessions saying This is the 17th session. Probably in the past years, the entire year we've been doing 15 sessions, and it's only October. We have already completed 17, which means that's how much knowledge we want to share to our members, especially in a district level ours or entire India. We have more than 50% of members coming every year, new members, which means it's important as members or leaders, we keep transferring that knowledge to members so we have that quality in the club level and it goes on about to area, division and district. So once again, congratulations on your milestone 750. Definitely looking forward to be here in your next milestone. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here on this prestigious stage, and all the best to every single one of you. Have a great day.
I request Presiding Officer Venkateshan to felicitate our Toastmaster Krishna.
I request our Vice President Education, Toastmaster Prasanna Vani, to join to navigate our WhatsApp channel. Messages from Medley Toastmasters being published in the channel.
Yeah, super. Channel is a new feature, yes.
Yes, new feature.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Krishna, Toastmaster Venkateshan, and Toastmaster Prasanna Vani. Club Growth Director is responsible for all aspects of club growth, club building, and club retention efforts within the district. Joining us virtually is our Club Growth Director, Toastmaster Vinod Kumar, an electrical engineer currently holding the esteemed position of General Manager. He leads the outsourcing operations of low voltage switchboard manufacturing at Coimbatore. His leadership journey within Toastmasters is truly commendable.
It's not available. You skip that session.
He's not available right now, so we are skipping the section and moving on.
He's a club growth director.
Yes, sir.
He's not available.
He's not available.
So all the clubs can grow.
That's good. Okay. Sanjay, tell me who says this, okay? Dream is something that you see, that you don't see when you sleep, but it makes something that you don't sleep, you don't get. That was a complete mess. I'll start again. Dreams is not which you see while sleeping. It is something that does not let you sleep.
Let me think. It's our very own Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Oh wait, I just said Thankfully, there's no counter today, and here this leads to our fun session.
Okay. Let's get into the fun session of today.
I would like to welcome a passionate storyteller and our District 120 official Toastmaster who has been with Toastmasters for the past 15 years. A renowned keynote speaker, corporate trainer, certified industry 4.0 assessor, certified independent director, oil and gas domain consultant, digital transformation consultant, author of the book Business Storytelling for Leaders. The list goes on and on. I hereby invite distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman to the stage to conduct his fun quiz.
Hello here.
I'm happy to be here in front of you as the quiz master. Let me quickly read out the quiz rules. So it is going to be a fun quiz, no serious stuff. So from the pictures available, you have to crack the clue. Most of the phrases will be related to Toastmasters or public speaking. And in this, probably the images you can try. Sometimes I might have used the Tamil term, Tamil equivalent to term, or sometimes homophones. What is homophones? Similarly sounding words. And if you know the answer, don't shout out, raise your hand and I randomly pick some one of you. And if once you get a prize, then you are not eligible to be answering the next question. Are you all ready? Yes. Thank you. Yes, easiest one must come first. So don't shout out. Raise your hand. And the person who has given the right answer, he or she will be eligible to get a past copy of Toastmaster magazine. If you already have enough magazine copies, then I will give you a copy. You want a magazine or a copy? Shakti Swaminathan. Yes, sir, close is the right answer. We'll move on. Second question, please raise your hand if you know the answer. Yes.
Pizza Hut.
No.
Toastmasters.
Coffee,
What is the equivalent for 10?
Is it camp?
Camp.
What camp?
Base camp.
Base camp.
Who said base camp? In Kent. Base camp is the right answer. So what is this? This one. Raise your hand if you know the answer. Pathways. Pathways. This one. Is it tough? Icebreaker. Hold on. Next one. Our counter. What is the right answer?
Thank you.
Here A stands for ampere hour. This one, little tough. Senior Toastmasters can track. We have already done this project.
Managing difficult audience.
No. Panel discussions. So I can give a clue. So once you do this, you are eligible to do HPL program. So if you know the answer, please raise your hand. Some of you would have already done this kind of project as HPL project.
Speech craft.
Exactly. Speech craft is the right answer. The next one, little tough. Tall tales. Who's that tall tale? Yes, sir. Tall tale. Sundararaman.
Thank you.
Not tall tape, tall tape.
iPhone?
Eye contact. Who said that? Yes, Vijayarajan. Sorry.
Just switch it off. off, no? Put the camera before. Put the sheet before immediately. Okay,
Was it
close.
my mistake? I don't know. Eye contact. So I think from next onwards, you can't all shout out.
DCP.
Who's that DCP? Who's that?
DCP.
Can you explain? DCP. Distinguished State. What is DCP? This one? Raise your hand if you know that. District 120. District 120.
Key message.
Characters.
Division director.
You already saw the answer. Right. No one will get a prize. Go fast.
Key message.
Invisible. Who said invisible? Voting judges. Papa. Coffee. Yes, what is coffee? I think all answers are already revealed. Last one.
Key messages.
Huh? Can someone explain? Okay, where leaders are wait, that is the last quiz. So I hope all of you enjoyed this.
Thank you so much. It was really a very fun-filled session. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman. If that slides been not there, it would have been more fun, but definitely you made it up. People were still was not able to get the answers. We'll go to the next session. Division directors lead and support the division to ensure that each club achieves its mission and fulfills its responsibilities to its members. Our division director, Toastmaster Mohammed Khaja Sharif, is a friend-and led by profession and a passionate Toastmaster. In the past 4 years, has served as Club Vice President Public Relations, Vice President Education, President, Assistant Area Director, Division Public Relations, Area Director, and currently serving as Division C Director. One thing that he loves about Medley is that Medley has no limits for its achievement. I call upon Toastmaster Mohammed Khaja Sharif to deliver his office.
Good evening, distinguished Toastmasters and my dear guests. When I was writing down my introduction to Toastmaster Prasanna Vani, I always thought one thing. I should write at least one point that I love about Medley Toastmasters Club. When I thought about Medley Toastmasters Club, one celebrity came to my mind. Can anyone guess who it is? I'll give you a clue next, but first. Okay, he is a former Indian captain, former Indian player. Indian team captain, I'm sorry. Don't go too far. Recent former Indian captain. Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is my favorite, and he always used to say one thing. I believe in that. Never have a milestone in your life. Because if you have a milestone, you will run towards it, and eventually after achieving it, we might never know what to do. But looking at Medley, Medley has no limits in achieving, in making achievements. Medley always aims for the sky and achieves new heights in the sky. That's one thing that I love about Medley Toastmasters Club. And for the new Toastmasters, I would recommend, this club has the enormous amount of experience and learning. I would say, make use of it, reap the benefits to the extreme of it, so that we can improve ourselves in our professional personal journey. I would say, the last time when I walked into Medley Toastmasters Club, I was an area director of a different area for the XCOM installation. But today, standing in front of Medley Toastmasters Club as the division director makes me proud. Feeling that Medley has entered into the 750th milestone meeting. And by knowing Medley, I would strongly say that this is just the beginning for Medley Toastmasters Club. Way to be. Congratulations to all the leaders of Medley Toastmasters Club who has made this achievable for Medley Toastmasters Club of 750th milestone meeting. And all the best to incoming meetings. Thank you.
I request our presiding officer to facilitate Toastmaster. Thank you, everyone. The special part. The area director is the information contact between clubs and division and district leadership. The area director helps club meet the mission of helping members grow our area. So Area C3 Director Toastmaster Sarunan is a Medleyan who has had all XCOM roles. He is a cloud transformation leader with in-depth technical and management skills, with 20 years of experience in leading and developing products and a strong proponent of Easy Speak. He has built many meeting templates in Easy Speak, easing the jobs of all XCOMs. Like Mohammed Kudani's famous opening, Toastmaster Sarunan has its own opening. What is it? Exactly. So today is definitely special for him because today is his daughter Sanjana's birthday. Welcome Toastmaster.
Good evening, Medley. How are you all doing? As Toastmaster Day mentioned, today is a special day. I don't want to disappoint everybody. So first of all, there are three things. Okay? First, Medley's 70th milestone meeting. Second, my daughter Sanjana's birthday. And third one, do you know? India. That's out of choice. Okay? Sorry? Yeah, all of the above. Okay, fine, good. So today is World Adventure Day. What is adventure? Adventure is something that puts our heart on a race, but at the same time, put our soul on a song. So the heart race as well as song, everything is what this adventure is all about. Medley is also like an adventure. It has helped me to groom myself, to experiment various scripts, sculpt various scripts, and present that in front of you week after week. That has helped me in those adventures activities. Medley is also like a blue diamond, sapphire, emerald. Does that ring a bell? Sapphire, blue diamond, emerald? Mountain Tatus, yeah. It was in 80s or 90s and all. I used to go to a theatre called as Blue Diamond. What is more famous in Blue Diamond?
24 by 7.
24 by 7. Same movie will run for 24 by 7. Okay. So I would say Medley is also like that. Why I am saying this? I joined Medley sometime back in 2019. July 2019. And by September, I enrolled for the humorous speech as well as evaluation contest. The reason here is the VP asked me, you want to do a contest chair or a contestant? I chose being a contestant. But I never know what is coming in front of me at that point of time. Because when the speaking order came, I was speaker number 12 in humorous speech contest and speaker number 12 in evaluation contest as well. So there were 15 contestants in both humorous as well as evaluation contest. It was like a Blue Diamond movie show where like whatever time you went inside, you will be seeing a humorous or an evaluation contest. Such was the
fierce competition at that point of time, but it was all enjoyable as well as enthusiastic, and it was fun-filled. Why I'm saying this is, Medley has groomed everybody. Whoever joined at that time or 10 years before that time, I can see a lot of difference in them, and it has helped us because there is always pressure, but at the same time there is competition, but it is always something that grooms us, helps us, enhances us to do more things. So what I would say to all are, just join the meetings, be attentive, understand what is being said, but at the same time ensure that you spend quality time in those meetings, because that is what will help us in the long run. Medley is beautiful, and thanks for this opportunity and wonderfully conducted session. Thank you very much, and I would like to be there in thousands or 1,250, 1,750 as such. All of those.
Thank you very much. Sanjay, do you know the tagline what our this division director told today, Gandhi?
Yeah, the leaders are waiting.
Yeah. So, as George Adams says, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you become a leader. So today we have a keynote speaker, an epitome of leadership himself, who will be explaining us on this through his address, Leader Within You.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense honor and pride that I stand before you to introduce our esteemed keynote speaker on this momentous occasion, distinguished Toastmaster Sunny Varghese. A beacon of leadership within the Toastmasters community, Sunny Varghese's journey is etched with brilliance. A veteran Toastmaster and a distinguished leader, he garnered 4 prestigious awards for leadership during his tenure as District Governor of D79 in Middle East in 2006-2007. These accolades include President's Distinguished District Award, President's 20 Plus Award, President's Extension Award, and the President's Excellence Leadership Award. His commitment to excellence didn't cease there. It evolved. As recently as 2022, Sunny Varghese was honored with the Presidential Citation Award, a testament to his unwavering dedication. Not only a leader in his own right, Sunny Varghese has assumed the role of First Region Advisor for Region 11, spanning the United Kingdom, the rest of Europe, Africa, and the Middle East, an astonishing geographical expanse that reflects his global impact. Adding a personal touch to our admiration, it's heartening to note that Sunny Varghese was the inaugural mentor to our very own Medley and Toastmaster Sundararaman from Chennai. Today, as we celebrate our 750th milestone meeting, we are privileged to have distinguished Toastmaster Sunny Varghese share his wisdom with us. Joining us virtually from Qatar to deliver his speech, distinguished Toastmaster Sunny Varghese. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I hope you all can hear me. This is the first time I'm attending a meeting using Team. All the while, including with the Toastmasters International, we have been using only Zoom. So I'm pretty new baby to this platform. I hope all of you can hear. Can you hear me? At least shout.
Yes.
Yes. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for inviting me for this wonderful function. And especially I could see some of my very close friends here like Sampath, Sundar, Thomas. Great to see them, all of them here. Now, one of those words that you ask anyone for a definition, you may get different. What is the definition of leadership? Many of us got different ideas about leadership. Can anyone say what you mean? What do you feel about leadership? First of all, leadership is not a rank. It is not a title. It is a commitment to serve. Even in Toastmasters, that's the reason you find some of them, they just climb a few steps in the ladder and they then either they drop out or they fail. Because it is a responsibility towards serving others. You are a helping leader. Every one of us is a leader. You are a helping leader. How many of you can remember your great-grandfather's name or great-grandmother's name? Many of you may not even know your grandfather's name. Where your great-grandfather come from? Any idea? Maybe no. At the same time, you know about Abraham Lincoln or Martin Luther King, who lived long time ago. George Washington lived long time ago. We know so much about him. But still, we don't know about our own grandfather. Why is that? Is it that we deliberately don't want to remember our forefathers? Just think about that. It's because these leaders, they have done something for the benefit of others. If you want to be remembered, you have to be useful to others. The success of a leader. How do you define the success of a leader? Can anyone tell me how do you define success of a leader? Let me just put my clock on. The success of a leader depends upon his or her usefulness to others. Nothing else. Nothing else. That's why we say that some of those people, for example, Hitler, he was a great leader, great leader. But do we remember as a good leader? No way. Because he wasn't useful for others. You are a compassionate leader. In every one of us, there is a compassion. There's a compassion to understand the need of others. You don't have to contribute a lot of money to make a difference in the society. There was a small girl, a very poor girl, about 4 years old. There was a small school attached to the church. She was just peeping through the window. The teacher said, sorry dear, there is no admission, this room is full, the classroom is full. We can't take anyone more in this classroom. As he was going back, pretty sad, the pastor of the church saw her going. He asked her, what happened? He said, Father, I want to study. I also want to be with the other children, but there is no room. No place in the room. He said, come. He told the teacher, admit her. And she was there. After 2 years, that poor girl died of some infection. Her parents knew that she was very friendly with this priest over there. So he told the priest, Father, you have to come and attend her funeral. When that girl's body, frail body was removed, under the sheet, he found a very crumbled purse. She might have got it from the garbage. And in that, there were 57 cents and a small note written by a child. I'm collecting money to have a bigger classroom. It was a 2-year savings, 57 cents. That moved the priest. The next Sunday, the church, he announced this story. He said we should have a bigger classroom or a school. Money started pouring in. The newspaper came to know about the story. The big ad, a write-up in the newspaper. Money started pouring in. The news channels brought up this story. A lot of money came in. At that time, they received around $250,000. Then they wanted to buy a big school. They were looking for the land. One person who had a property right in the beginning of the town, he said, there's a large property of mine, you can have it. They said, no way, it's too big, we can't afford to buy that. He said, no, you will buy it. And as a cost, I will take 57 cents of that poor girl. My dear friends, if you go to Philadelphia, the center middle, you will find Baptist University, Baptist Church, and Good Samaritan Hospital. Two large reputed organizations. All they wanted was the 57 cents to the poor girl. And if you enter the university in the main hall, you'll find the portrait of this small girl. And beside that, the portrait of another person, Dr. Russell Cornwell, the author of The Acres of Diamonds, the famous book, who was a priest at that time. My dear friends, if you want to do something, you don't need big amount. You always, unless I have that amount, how can I do? Unless I have this, how can I do? Always start. Many things are always started from the scratch. As a leader, one of the most qualities you need, especially in Toastmasters, is integrity. When you apply for high positions in Toastmasters, there is one 360 assessment that I have been a member of quite a few committees, the Toastmasters, even this year too. We get a 360 assessment of all the candidates. From the day you join in Toastmasters, what all you achieved, everything, what all you have done good, what all things you have done bad. That assessment, the most important is integrity. Probably you may know that in Spain, during the country marathon, and two people were in the front. One was Ivan Fernandez from Spain and Adel Mutaku from Kenya. They were running inch by inch, close to each other. And as they reached the final, Adel Mutaku was in the front. And some announcement came, and he misjudged the finishing point. He thought the bar behind the finishing line was a finishing point. So he slowed down, thinking that he finished the race. Ivan Fernandez realized that he shouted, "Run, run, run!" But Adel Mutaku didn't understand Spanish. And he wanted this guy to win. And Ivan Fernandez, just before the finish line, came behind him and pushed him to the finish line, making Adel Mutaku to win. All the paper reporters and everybody approached him and said, "Why did you do that?" He said, "If I don't do that, what you will think about me, what the country will think about me, what my mother will think about me." That is called integrity. Today, Ivan Fernandez is more famous than Adel because he proved his integrity. He sacrificed his medal for somebody more deserving. And you, as a leader, always give more than you take. At least give as much as you take. And be useful for others. That is the leader in you. Imagine a person extremely highly qualified, very rich, and staying in a palatial house, billions of money, dollars, enjoying his life in the room. Just imagine, is that man of any use to anybody? Your knowledge, your intellect is useful only when you put into action. He received everything, but he has not given anything to anybody. Take the example of Sea of Galilee and Dead Sea. First of all, let me tell you, Sea of Galilee and Dead Sea, both are not sea, they are just lakes. You tell your children that they are both, these two are lakes, and the child will get 5 marks out of 10. And both these lakes receive water from Jordan River. And Galilee is so fresh water, about 17 different types of fishes and flora, fauna, everything. But when it comes to Dead Sea, nothing grows there. Even amoeba cannot grow there. Amoeba cannot grow there. The water is so deadly salted, you can just float. If you want to commit suicide, don't go to Dead Sea, because you will never drown. Why is that? Because the Sea of Galilee received water from Jordan and releases to Dead Sea. And Dead Sea, that's the end. They don't release water to anywhere. And that water becomes so saturated with all the salts. Nobody can live there. Nothing can live there. It becomes dead. That's what happens when you receive, or rather when we receive, if you don't give. For example, I can see Sampath and Sundar and all. I mean, they are all senior Toastmasters, but still they come. And that is what, because if we can be of any use to the members, the new members, in any way possible, you as a leader give more, or at least as much as you take. And as a leader, you should be quick to react, and that's why we have the table topic session. React fast. When you attend an interview, when they ask you a question, you cannot say, oh, I will come back tomorrow and give an answer. Immediately, you have to give a convincing, rational answer. Imagine a small girl went to a farm, buy a pumpkin, and she came to the man in charge of the farm. He said, I want to buy a pumpkin. She went and saw one pumpkin, a pretty big one. How much is this? He said, $5. Oh, that's too much. Another one, small one, how much is this? This is only $2. Then they gave me a very small one. How much is this? Oh, this is only 25 cents. So she gave the 25 cents to that man and told, do one thing, I'll buy this, but keep it there. I'll come and buy it. I'll come and take it after 2 months. So imagine, this is the rational way of thinking quickly. And in leadership, that is one of the must, that every leader should have the power to think and take an immediate action. In every one of us, there is enough potential to be a great leader, a great human being, a great communicator. In my life, it was in 1997, Rohit Toastmaster was the first club in Qatar. And we went to attend the GTC conference. That time we were not district, we were not even in a division. Rohit Toastmasters was the 7th club in the whole Middle East. And there we had one GTC governor, that Toastmaster governor. That was, all of you know, but at least most of you know, Janagi Patnaik. One day when I was attending the conference in Bahrain, he came to me. We were having dinner with all other friends. Sonny, come and take a plate and join there. And that's a table for past GTC governors. I said, let me finish my food and come. No, you take your food and come there. He told me, Sonny, I want you to be an area coordinator in Qatar. There were only 2 clubs in Qatar. He wanted me to start one more club and make Qatar an area. And he was a person I never talked to him because he was too big. And we were all very small, very junior Toastmasters. And you cannot say no to Janagi Patna because he only gives command. He was a naval officer, that's the way he talked to everybody. But we don't feel bad because of Janagi. Okay, instead of 1 club, I started 3 clubs. Next year, I started 6 more clubs. And I became the first area governor, first division governor, first district governor from Qatar in charge of 8 countries. And then I became the first region advisor in the world. I was a brand ambassador, and when you are a committee member of a leadership committee or region advisor, selection committee, you can't apply. The Toastmasters headquarters nominating. And from the club level to the region advisor level, I have not faced an election. It was all unanimous. If Janagi Patnaik was not there, I don't know whether how to climb this ladder of leadership. Thank you, Janagi. I always used to meet Janagi. Janagi, tell me, who suggested my name? You were not very friendly with me. You didn't even know much. He said, let it remain as a secret. In Bangalore, before he passed away, a month before he was in Bangalore, I took him to Bangalore club. We had a good time there. I told him that time also, Janaki, tell me who suggested my name to you. He told me, Sonny, let it remain as a secret. Till Janaki passed away, he did not tell me who told him my name. Thank you, Janaki. So never underestimate your potential. There should be somebody or some event, something responsible for finding out the potential in you. If you say the story of Dashona Barber, you might have heard, some of you might have heard that story. A young colored lady standing in a bus stop. One white lady, elderly lady, came to her and said, excuse me, are you American? She said, yes. Do you have children? No. Are you married? No. And this girl started getting irritated. What the hell she's asking me all this question? How old are you? I'm 19. And again she became more irritated. She said, what do you want? She said, I want to tell you something. You could be Miss United States of America. What? I'm telling you. Come and meet me in the Starbucks tomorrow. She also became a little curious. She went there, met this lady. She gave 2-3 books. What you have to do to be a Miss US. She was going through it, and she also got some interest. She appeared for that beauty pageant. She failed. Second time again, she failed. Third time again, she appeared, failed. Fourth time, fifth time she appeared, again failed. That's what happened 6th time. She failed again. And 7th time, she became Miss Columbia, the US. And during this time, that white lady, he passed away because of leukemia. After 3 months, she became Miss USA in 1950. The first soldier, she was in the army, became a Miss US. Imagine there was somebody was there, like who's the speaker from Trump? Friend Etriachi. I see something in you. There are people who can find out something in you, and that is a necessity because we don't know what is hidden in us as a leader. And my dear friends, as a leader, never underestimate anybody. You never know. You need not be, or she need not be a great person. Even a very ordinary person could be more influential in your life. Respect others. Be good to others. How many of you, when we go to a restaurant, that doorman who opens the door for you, how many of us say thank you? Don't say just thanks, because it means anything. Say thank you, at least it means something. You say thank you so much. You see that look at that man's face when you say thank you so much. And if you can read that man's name, say thank you. Thank you, Narayan. Thank you so much. Thank you, Abdullah. Thank you, Thomas. The amount of happiness that brings on that man's face is tremendous. You want to underestimate, one of the reasons is, in the Harvard University, one couple, elderly couple, went there to meet the director. They were not well dressed, the community standard. They were wearing suit, but not very expensive one. Modestly dressed, told the lady, secretary, I want to meet the director. First of all, she wasn't very impressed with the appearance of this couple. He said, no, you can't meet the director. He's busy the whole day. Don't worry, we will wait. So after some time, the secretary found out that this couple will not leave. So he called the president, the director, told them, there is one couple here. I don't think very irritating couple. I think so, because they are not very dressed properly. Looks very poor. Then he said, okay, I will see them for a minute and send them away. They went inside. He said, yes. He said, they said, our son was studying in this university. But after 1 year, he passed away. He used to talk so much about this university and the faculty. We want to do something for our son in the university. The director was furious. What do you think? They expect us to make one monument for your son here? If you do that, if you make a monument for all the people who studied here, this university will become a cemetery. He said, we don't mean to make a monument. We would like to make a building. He said, do you know what you are talking? Do you know how much it cost? You know, the whole buildings in this campus, $7 million is a big amount those days. The lady looked at her husband and said, oh my God, is it so cheap to make a university? The director was shocked. He said, come, let's start our own university. And the university, they started in the son's name, Leland Stanford. And that's the Stanford University, one of the best, most reputed universities in the world. Never underestimate anyone in our life. We should have quality advisors as a leader. For example, you listen to the ruling parties, also the opposition party. If you listen to so many different channels, you get a reasonable idea. See, for everything there is my truth, your truth, his truth, and the actual truth. When you get more ideas, you can have your own ideas. Imagine there was one vegetable seller. He used to put a board there, fresh vegetables sold here. So one customer said, why do you write fresh vegetables sold here? We know you are selling only fresh vegetables. Remove fresh. Okay, vegetables sold here. One man came and said, we know you are selling vegetables. Why you write vegetables sold here? Remove vegetables. Okay. Then the board became only sold here. After some time, another person came and said, sold here? What is? You know you are selling things. Remove sold. Sold. Left with only here. One man said, what the hell is this mean? Here. Remove it. Okay. The board became blank, empty. So another person came and said, why empty board? You write something. Write what? Like fresh vegetables sold here. This is what happens when you listen to so many people's advices. You will not have your own advice. You will not have your own opinion. Have advisors from different views, different perspectives, and then have your own idea, your own opinion as a leader. My dear friends, respect and love others. We only live once. Agreed? How many of you agree with the statement? We only live once. Wrong. We are living every day. We only die once. So during that time, you as a leader, be good to others. Love each other, be good to one another. Thank you very much. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Vani for their inspiring words. I'm sure you will take all these stories into consideration and then develop to become better leaders for tomorrow. Now, I think we have distinct Toastmaster Vinod Kumar, who is joined us virtually. So he's a club road director. He's an electrical engineer currently holding the esteemed position of general manager. He leads the outsourcing operations of low voltage switchboards manufacturing at Coimbatore. His leadership journey within Toastmasters is truly commendable. In the role of stellar area director for Area B5 2021-22, he steered all 6 clubs to the distinction of President's Distinguished. Further, he assumed the responsibilities of a distinguished division director for Division B in the year 2022-23. Toastmaster Vinod Kumar has an unwavering commitment to fostering growth and excellence within the Toastmasters community. I invite Toastmaster Vinod Kumar to deliver his address.
Thank you, MC, and I hope I'm audible to everyone there.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy and privileged to be part of this one of the senior most clubs in District 120. As I could see from the club history, the club was started during 2008, and ever since there is no looking back. There is one time this club has been select distinguished, and in all the rest of the years the club has been president distinguished with considerable membership there. So that actually reflects the amount of learning, the process-based approach, and the strong XCOM leadership transition. I always believe these are three key important elements which is necessary for a club success, and which is very much evident in Medley Toastmasters Club, as I can see from the club's past statistics. This club is full of senior Toastmasters from the district with experiences not just in District 120 but across many districts. So that's a wealth of knowledge that is accumulated here. I'm sure with this sustained knowledge, when this knowledge is taken back to a larger set of audience of District 120 in terms of mentoring and taking part beyond this club, we will definitely be able to grow with this knowledge base and from the support and mentoring of all the senior Toastmasters here. There has already been a considerable leadership thought and note that we have received from the keynote speaker, but today in my address I would like to share one important element which I've learned from one of the panel discussions that we had yesterday. No matter whichever role that we take, we always have someone who's instrumental in terms of enabling us to go and pursue that role. That is always there. There is someone called an inspiration, and whichever role we take, we always have faced tough challenges and obstacles. One important element that we would need is survive through those challenges by reaching out to someone who has already been in the same boat, get their learnings, wisdom and mentorship so that we never give up on those obstacles, and when we continue to move forward, there is definitely a transformational journey that is guaranteed, which is actually helping us. And I could see a lot of leaders in District 120 who had followed the same methodology. Getting those right mentorship and right wisdom is definitely going to help all of us, and I could see a lot of senior Toastmasters here who are serving as source of wisdom to many Toastmasters here in terms of their mentoring, support and encouragement. Please continue to do the great job and continue to be a beacon of District 120. Thank you so much and wish you all once again a very happy milestone meeting. Back to you, MC.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
That was a very much informative session. Everyone enjoyed it, right? Oh my God, suddenly my phone got hanged and it's not working.
Yeah, I think it will be fine. Just switch it off and switch it on, should be fine. Okay guys, I think the script is broken, so we'll go into a break for now. If a phone isn't done, then someone from the audience will come as an MC and be a partner with the rest of the script. Thank you very much.
We'll have a break of 15 minutes. 4:40.
I wish everyone to be back by 4:40 for 15 minutes break. There are a lot of fun sessions awaiting, so request everyone to be back for that. Thank you. And now I would request our Presiding Officer, Toastmaster Vijayarajan on stage.
How do you like the session so far? Good. About the venue? How many of you like this venue? It's great, right?
Just right.
Yes. We have the owner of Desert Rose, Ms. Indumari ma'am. Ma'am, can you please come on stage? If I ask her to talk something about Medley, now if I give the mic, I'm pretty sure that she will say, Venkat always calls me and bothers me. Every week he calls for something. 1 hour extra, 30 minutes extra, we need this facility. So I'm not going to give her the mic. Rather, I would like to felicitate her and honor her for her support and whatever the needs that have reached out to her so far, what in this last 3 months. I know very well that how much I am bothering her, and she is very patient enough and to hear and help us. Even today's session, I asked her for 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock, then I pushed it for 1:45 and then 1:30 p.m. So she is very patient. So thanks ma'am for that. And we would like to give you a small memento which we have given for all our dignitaries as part of the meditation.
give this place to you. Thank you so much.
Over to the Toastmaster.
At Toastmasters, we learn leadership and communication through the pathway learning experience. It is developed based on the 5 core competencies, right? Can you say me what are those 5 competencies? Let me test. Yes, I got one.
Leadership, communication.
Yes.
Leadership, communication.
Yes.
Friendship.
Oh yes, definitely. It's confidence. Yes, that is one of the competency. Consistency. That's all we need to one header. Let me get into that. Public speaking, interpersonal communication, strategic leadership, management and confidence. So with this, we'll get into the speech for the day. We have a project speech today from Toastmaster Sundararaman Subramanian. The Pathway Motivational Strategies Level 3 Project 1. Understanding your communication style. So let us hear from his evaluator, Toastmaster Praveena, to read out the project objectives.
So before I go into the objectives, good evening one and all.
Good evening.
I would just like to ask a riddle or maybe a funny joke first before we get into the objectives. Suppose I get or you get locked outside your house and you don't have the key. And you speak nicely to the lock and it opens. Why?
Communication is key.
Yes. The question paper got leaked. Thank you, ma'am. So now moving on to the objectives. The purpose of the project is for the member to learn about the different communication styles and identify his primary style. The speaker has to share the impact of his style on others. The timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Speaker, just for your information, these are the key things that I'll be noting just to give you a warning so that you give me a tough time with the recommendations. I will notice how this particular style of yours has impacted your professional and personal life and relationship, adjusting your communication style to situations. And I will also see how effectively you have used your styles of direct, initiating, supportive, analytical, all or one. Over to the TMOD.
Thank you.
Thank you. Toastmaster Sundararaman Subramanian, whose harmony with Toastmaster for the past 21 years, also serves as a Gavel Club coordinator. I welcome you on stage to deliver your speech in front of your mentor. Toastmaster Sundararaman Subramanian, Helping Hands. Helping Hands, Toastmaster Sundararaman Subramanian. Time duration 5 to 7 minutes.
Before sunset. It's already raining. Can you do it fast? The corporal was yelling at the soldiers. The soldiers were nervous because they were working from the morning, removing all the logs from the river to the river banks. And the yelling was going high and high. By that time, a horse rider came by that way. Seeing the scenario, he got down and asked the corporal, "Corporal, why don't you give them helping hands to those soldiers?" "What? Helping hands? Me? No way. I'm a corporal and they are soldiers. They are supposed to move those wooden logs. Is it so? The horse rider gave a smile, went nearby and helped all those soldiers to move that lost log, huge one, from the river to the bank, and he moved away. And out of curiosity, the corporal asked, "Who are you? Why you help the soldiers?" With a smile, that horse rider replied, "I am your general, George Washington. And next time, corporal, if you need some helping hands, send a message. I'll be there." The soldiers and the corporal were stunned. Is our general has come and given that helping hands? And that day, they learned something about leadership and helping hands, saying that that horse rider and the magnanimous general galloped away from that river bank. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening.
Good evening.
In life, we have to help others, especially those needy. We have to be the helping hands for the needy. Why not? When it's possible, time-wise, and feasible financially. Well, there will be toxic people who will be discouraging you. There will be bullying people who may make loose comments on you. Don't get discouraged. Move ahead. Move ahead and overcome those comments with one mantra. Speak up. Once you speak up, these toxic people and bully people, they go sideline. Just try. In our life, we have to become a part of helping hands. Then only we can continue the journey of that in that helping nature. Once I became the beneficiary of this helping nature. Let me share that my own experience. My first mentor in my first new club, years before, there was no mobile and GPS those days. That mentor was like my school maths teacher only. He strictly said, "Sundar, tomorrow there is a contest in that town, far away, cross the desert and go on time, give your target speech and come back." I said yes. I have not done a target speech before. When he says, I have to say yes. That was our mentor and mentee, good friendship. Next day I started my car. Halfway, I found I am lost in the desert. I don't know the route. What to do now? No human beings for 2-3 kilometers. Somehow I went nearby the farm, a camel farm, and whom to ask I was saying. One camel rider came with a smile. Allah, Hindi? Shadi? He asked. He cannot be wrong. I am an alien there. 50 degrees centigrade, middle of the desert, near a camel farm, wearing suit. I am asking. So he asked, Shadi. I said, no. Hindi, fine. No Shadi, one okay, India. So no. Then I asked, where is Dukan, that city? I have to go. Dukan, that place. Go right. Thank you. I went there, gave my speech, and it was my first target speech in my life. Later, my mentor made me a target speaker in all the next 5 years, in all the clubs and on all levels also. That day, the camel rider became my helping hand by showing the right direction at the right time. And my mentor, who pushed me to go there, is none other than our keynote speaker, TM Sree Jai Anand. 20 years before only, he did this. Today I am standing in front of you all because of that helping hand, TM Sree Jai Anand. Life goes on in that we have to make sure that we are helping others. Closely I have worked with fire brigade for few years, and I have interviewed few rescue captains also. After the mission, when they come back, out of curiosity I used to ask, how was your experience? They all had the common reply. Well, it's our duty, but we became happy once we saved the lives and the properties. saving the precious lives and saving the valuable properties. Those firefighters are helping hands in our society. You may be asking, is there any real benefit by being a helping hand? Trust me, fellow Toastmasters, helping hands leads to happy hormones. Medically, it's proven. And they say these 4 hormones get boosted up naturally once you become a helping hand. Naturally, not artificially. So we have to help others, and we do have the benefit of that task also. Let's become helping hands in our life. Let's celebrate humanity by becoming a helping hand. Why not? I have started trying 20 years before by being a Gavel Club coordinator. You see all the district division official, area officials, club officials, they all are helping hands in our Toastmasters platform. Okay? Let's become helping hands from today, and tomorrow let's follow it. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you for your wonderful speech, Toastmaster Sundararaman. Now, get ready for a Medley roundtable. The Toastmasters is age-changing. To recount the history and transformation of Toastmasters in this part of the world, our Toastmasters who have done it all, seen it all, participating in the birth and growth of Toastmasters in Tamil Nadu. To get the best out of these 3 Toastmasters is distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham. He opted out as communication director in an auto major before his expiry date. He finds pleasure in travel and hands-on creation, combining words, photography and design mainly for purposeful NGOs. He was a PR manager of District 82, covering Sri Lanka and Tamil Nadu in 2018-19. I would like to welcome our very own professor, distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham onto the stage to conduct the panel discussion.
Maybe request the panelists of today's round table. The round table is ready. I was worried they almost didn't give me the round table. We're waiting for one more of our panelists to come in. You know, I was worried. We called it the timer don't start. We call it the round table, and those were round table. Now what can we do? Then I wanted to say that round table is a symbolism for accepting all opinions, etc. But still it doesn't look nice. Right? So thank you for allowing that. Requesting our 4th panelists to also join us. Good evening, friends. Think back. The year 2004, the year we learned a new word in our dictionary, vocabulary. What was that? 2004. Somebody? Tsunami. We didn't know whether the T is silent or otherwise. Tsunami. But good thing was, before tsunami set in, a good moment had set in Chennai. What was that? Toastmaster. So that's the story we're going to recount, which means October 2024, Toastmaster International will celebrate 100 years, equally 20 years of growth in Chennai. So time, therefore, we thought to look back. And to help us look back, who better than three who are here with me? Three who have distinguished themselves, there's no capital D there, this is hard work, distinguished themselves in various ways, showing what kind of a veritable buffet Toastmasters is. Look at their achievements. You will know what I'm talking about. Therefore, we will get started. Timer, now you can start. First, I will turn to the high priestess of Toastmasters in this part of the world, distinguished Toastmaster Nina John, communication catalyst, professional speaker, author, former District 82 District Governor, Chief Judge, District 120 Mentor Pool Chair, Parliamentarian and currently Finance Manager. For long, she has been a contributor to Toastmaster, prestigious Toastmaster magazine. She is a charter member of Chennai Toastmaster Club, the #1 club in Tamil Nadu. Nobody can ever take it. And one of the pioneering, visionary missionaries of this area, who was partly responsible for the birth of Medley. This history we must recount. Today we didn't, we will. So, let's ask this question straight away. Nina ji, when you started off, what was it like? Yes, all yours.
Good evening, everyone, and good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So thank you to distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Abraham, my fellow panelists, members of Medley, past, present, and future. I see a lot of youngsters already to join. Yes. For me personally, what happened was I was conducting a seminar at Madras Management Association, and one gentleman walked up to me and he said, have you heard of Toastmasters? Now it so happened that at that time I was actually thinking of starting a kind of public debating society or something, because I felt that a lot of people need communication skills. So this came as a godsend. So this was the late Mr. Arunachalam, who had been in the Gulf and was now in Chennai. He was a passionate Toastmaster who would actually go to Bangalore for meetings. Can you imagine? Every weekend he would go to Bangalore, attend a meeting, probably speak once in 4 weeks or whatever, and come back. So that's the kind of passion that Toastmasters engenders. He infected us with this bug. We got a motley group of people together and we kind of chartered Chennai Toastmasters. Now, the actual date given is April 24, 2004 or something, but everything started about 6 to 8 months earlier, getting people together, getting a venue, gathering like-minded souls, all of those things. Once it started again, remember this is pre-Google, pre-GPS, pre-technology days. So we had only landlines. We communicated using postcards which were handwritten by people. And those were sent every week for members to attend. Things were done on the landline, and slowly things started coming together. We had one set of CC and CL manuals, which were Xeroxed illegally. Illegally, and we kind of shared those tattered copies, and that's how we started. Everyone was at the same level of competence, incompetence, whatever you want to call it. So we had speeches that went on way too long. We had evaluators who hurt people's feelings. We had all kinds of things. But we grew and we eased those who had some of those evaluators. So we kind of grew as a movement, and I think we were all so passionate about it that that's why we were like, oh, we're enjoying ourselves. Why don't we tell more people about it? And we could see the transformation in ourselves also. We had a great amount of support from Bangalore, which is where, to some extent, the Toastmasters movement in India started. And we had people, so when we kind of became a little more formal, we would go to Bangalore for training. So please remember, there was no area director allowance, there was nothing. We would get into a dusty, Bangalore Chennai bus and sleep, in that bus, get out at the Bangalore at 4 a.m. in the morning and find one auto rickshaw, take us to the venue, stay there the whole day and come back by the same night train. And we enjoyed ourselves, we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. We started having a bigger network than just Chennai. And our network grew. Now, it was very funny because when people came as guests, they said, oh, please come, join, and things like that. And we said, we're also starting a club in Vijayarajan, please come. So there's a lot of people who come to Vijayarajan and then look around and say, it's the same people we saw last week. Because there are the same 4 members that were going around. So we started in a very, very small way. And I'm very happy to find that in Tamil Nadu alone, we have more than 170 clubs now. And of course, we tried very hard to get clubs outside of Chennai also. So that meant overnight train journeys, going there, staying with the college campus or guests or guest house or whatever it was. And in all of India, I think we had about 7 clubs, I think Bangalore. So the areas were basically Delhi. There was something in Calcutta, near Durham, right? There was one place over there. Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. So anytime you had an event, all of us would get together from these different places. And that's how we started. Corporates were few and far between. So that was a huge struggle getting a corporate to understand the value of Toastmasters. Colleges, yes, again, a very, very difficult task. Trying to explain to them. So as far as they were concerned, one cheap English program. Plus, we can put it on our prospectus and then, improve the status of our club. So that was the way it was. And that's how we grew. But it was fun. I mean, for example, traveling from Anna Nagar to Sholinganur route, 6 of us packed into one taxi and traveling all the way. And the taxi driver, and this was the days when you had to get permission for everything. So the taxi driver said, I have no permission for AC. So 6 of us stuck there, all of us, having our own AC cars parked somewhere else, getting in here. And I remember one member said, I will speak to him in Japanese. See the reaction. I will speak to the driver in Japanese. He will think I am abusing him. Then he will put on the AC. It didn't work, but still that's the kind of experience we had. So other details, if you would like, I think both of them are equally veterans.
In fact, there is an interesting article that you've written on this. You could Google and see. In the Toastmasters magazine. Which also you also refer to subsequent chapters. Now, 2 supplementary questions. One, what is the fee then?
$36 when we started.
Did you know that? 18 years ago, $36, now 60. Prices have been held well, isn't it? I don't see an agreement there. One factual thing. Secondly, what is your menu there? Snacks.
Oh, we were very lucky in the sense the first place we got. Strangely enough, Chennai Toastmasters always went in different clubs. The first one was, before that, the one on the Harrow's Club. That's where it started. So that was another club. Then we moved to Presidency, so we were in Presidency for years.
Yeah.
From there again, then we moved to YWC. Right now we are in YWC on Punamalli Highway, the YWC International Guest House.
So that sets the original tone, right? Now, 1 year from hence, something else happened. Someone else joined it, rather followed in the footsteps of distinguished Toastmaster Nina John. That was none other than Toastmaster Sree Jai Anand. Allow me to say very few things about the many things I should be saying otherwise. Co-founder and CEO of Ericsson, one of India's youngest managing directors in this industry. Member, Steering Committee of HRD, Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology. Jokes apart, he is also the co-founder of Jokes Apart. To me, it's a mystery like Mona Lisa. This jokes apart. I want to find out one day what that is. Now, serious. He has been district champion ISC in 2020 and evaluation in 2014. Then you had how many districts, current districts put together then? 2000. What was your competition? Even Karnataka was part of it?
It was Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka. Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka.
14 was the last year.
82 was the entire India and Sri Lanka.
Okay. And then, it's not the end of it. District finalist, 24 times across all 4 genres. The number of pages he has counted, the number is too large for me to even spell out, so I've deleted that. Past director of Area B4, an MBA from Manipal Academy of Higher Education. What was it for you? 1 year difference, but you know when the daughter-in-law comes, she's seeing these things differently from how the son sees. So how did you find things?
Yeah, so I was around 35 when I became a Toastmaster in Chennai Toastmasters. Maybe neither at home nor at office, people were listening to me. I wanted somebody who can listen to whatever I say. So I found Toastmasters. Like how when Toastmaster Sundararaman was talking, that he got lost in the desert. So maybe we all also got lost in the desert and we wanted to do public speaking. Today we are finding like how we do it in the desert was today. So somewhere we actually keep finding every time as to what we wanted to speak. And I was really gifted when I entered into Chennai Toastmasters. As all, you know, it's on a Sunday afternoon, and like how he mentioned the hormones, Sunday afternoon generally the melatonin increases, you tend to sleep, and when we go there, we actually bring down the levels of melatonin. And we have somebody like TM Jan, who happened to be my first mentor. There's quite a few interesting things that happen. And of course, the desert was very good there. The refreshments were always good, but jokes apart. We had some interesting episodes. Like I found the appreciation really good. I'm sure everybody will be able to relate to my example of when I went in first time. I was called to be as a guest. Generally, you're called as a table topic speaker. And then I gave a very simple topic saying that something you talk about your organization or something. I spoke for less than 45 seconds. I remember good evening and thank you. In between what I blabbered, I didn't know. But the evaluator came and gave an evaluation for 3 minutes about that 45 seconds. That he said it was nice to see you come and speak facing the audience. Well, then finally he said one recommendation, next time you talk something related to the topic. So that was a good motivation for me. And what gave me the kick was that 6 inches ribbon. I have around 125 or so of ribbons now. Maybe for somebody who had never seen any recognition, especially when you're married to a person who is actually a silver medalist in a college, university and all that, when you get something like a ribbon, it really gives you that kick. Right? And to get it every week when you're doing something, take that ribbon back, it's really a great feeling. So all these things put together, so it was really a great opportunity. And again, as ma'am said, it was not very well structured because of the system that we had at that time. See, if you look at even distractions, today there are 630 channels that Tata Sky has, Tata Play has, and there are some 46 OTT channels. At that time it was only one channel. So every Sunday we need to assemble at one place to watch movies. So similarly, we had something to spend time in the club at that time. But many things happened very well. In fact, I remember first time when I went to district, I will never forget this. 2 things happened in that district contest. I was a district finalist in 2006 itself in Sri Lanka. Ma'am was there mentoring my speech the previous night, well beyond midnight, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. We were sitting in the restaurant of the Colombo hotel. I knew that it was well past 1 o'clock, but I was so selfish that I didn't remind her. She had forgotten her dinner also. At 1 o'clock, suddenly remembered what happened to her dinner. Then we ordered for sandwich and we had, and she continued to mentor. Yeah. And that was the first thing. The second one where she showed what kind of a leader she was when we went into the contest. At that time, divisions spanned across states. So Chennai also belonged to a division which had district clubs and areas in Bangalore. So somewhere I got selected representing this division, and we went there. There was another person who got selected from the same division from Bangalore also. So we had 2 people who got selected from division to participate. Only one was supposed to go there, and we had very strict chief judge at that time, John Cosco. He clearly said we cannot allow 2 contestants from the same division, whatever it is, because Dilip Abhishek also was there, so they didn't want to actually show that we are making a mess up at that time. So finally what happened was, we had a meeting in the Taj Hotel. In the lobby, they made some sudden on-the-spot judges, and they said that there will be a tiebreaker speech between the two of you. You both speak, whoever wins will go to the stage. So the contest has already started, the first speaker was on stage. So we were given the 10th slot was allocated for us. So between me and another person, so I was the first speaker between the two, I spoke. When I spoke for less than 4 minutes, I got disqualified. The other guy spoke and he went on stage. And he participated in the contest. And the second person is TM Nagaraj Rao, who is the international director. So that was how it was. But what happened that time? He said clearly that it's not possible for a student. It was Neena Madam who actually fought with him at that time. The entire contest came to a standstill because she said, I will not allow injustice to happen because of the system flaw. So I still remember, if that had not happened, I would have got demotivated because I went all the way wanting to participate in district level contest. If for some technical reasons I was sent back without participating, maybe I would have even quit the movement. That's how it could have been. But I remember the two things as inspiration from first side, and whatever I am today, I owe a lot to her, and I feel
One thought for our author, the unpublished story of Toastmasters. You have a book coming up from IMotivational. And here you have enough inputs. Thank you, Sree. Now we move on to the corporate sector, which is equally important in the total milieu. And to tell us about that, 1 year from hence, I didn't plan it this way, it's come so beautifully. 2016, District Toastmaster Kausalya enters as a founder member of 2006. 4, 5, 6, absolutely. Briefly about him, he has been climbing the ladder of officialdom, starting right from Sergeant at Arms, all posts of president, then going beyond, area governor. It used to be governor, by the way. Whether you like it or not today, I don't know. It's director now. Then division governor and club growth director. A computer science engineer, a certified project management professional working with DXC technology as program manager. If you ever know a team guy, a team man, this is what he is. Over to you, Distinguished Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, everyone. A very good evening to you all. I joined Toastmasters because I wanted to find someone to get married to. That's what was one of the reasons. Okay, there are a lot of reasons, but that was one of the reasons. Because I found Toastmasters is a place where people would speak when I wanted to speak with somebody. Eventually, I did not find somebody. So whatever happened, I went to US and I did not actually find a person in Toastmasters at that point of time. Get married. But I did the reverse. I made my wife join Toastmasters. So eventually the result is that Toastmasters are married together. How much after? Ever after, we have to discuss. Now, the other thing I had was, he said I did start from Sergeant at Arms. Yes, that was very much true. But at that point of time, it was our founder, Prasanna Vani, who literally called the shots. So when I went and asked him, I saw a board which said there's something called Toastmasters and then we have people get enrolled. I was very much interested. Is there anything I was looking for? Okay, there's a lot of officer roles which are there. I wanted to say, okay, can I become one of them? I said, no, everything is taken. You have nothing to do. If you want, you can become a member. I said, okay, fine. But let me know. Anything if I can do, let me know. If anything I can do, let me know. They told him so many times that he kept me in mind. So what happened eventually, at the time of charter, the Sergeant at Arms was missing. He escaped. And who did he find immediately? He thought, okay, somebody asked me, is there anything he can do? Okay, let him be the Sergeant at Arms. But it was not just about me becoming Sergeant at Arms. I was just telling as well a few minutes earlier. JP also ensured that I understood what was Sergeant at Arms, the responsibility I had, what I had to do. But there were times when, normally I used to come 20 minutes before the meeting, set up the entire meeting, and then the meeting would start as usual. One day I realized, okay, 20 minutes is a lot of time. We are anyway in a corporate venue, we have everything there. So all we had to do was just set it up. It took actually 5 minutes. So one day I went 10 minutes earlier, hoping that anyway 5 minutes I would be able to do it. But what I saw was JP himself was there, he was there. He was setting up the entire, literally he finished it in that 5 minutes. And he was telling me, oh, that's okay, Partha, no problem. You go ahead and invite the guests, make them feel seated, make them feel comfortable. That day I realized, okay, if I don't do it, my job itself would go on. So he ensured that I was there, and he didn't have to tell me, I saw you come early, do this thing. He didn't have to tell me. That one action, I think, taught me a lot. And as one person who learned a lot from JP, I'm there, as who learned from him from the booth. And many things he would say, the way he says, you think that is the rules that is it. Actually, it won't even be the rules. Toastmaster International will have its own rules. But the way JP says, Johnny Prasad says, you will believe that is the truth, that is the rule. You don't even have any doubt at all. Maybe that part of conviction is what he taught me. So sometimes it really doesn't have to be a rule, but whatever you do, have that conviction. And that has not helped me in Toastmasters as well. So whatever we do, have the conviction to do it and ensure that it is going to help the majority of people. So as long as the intent is good, whatever you do is always fine.
Thank you very much. One thing we noticed, senior Toastmasters, they went back to their past and spoke like new Toastmasters who have just started off. That human experience, I felt the warmth of that in that. Thank you for that feeling. We now move on to changes. And before I move,
am I audible at the back? Yeah. Before I move on, 2 ground rules. 1, change is the topic. And therefore, we would like the new Toastmasters, those below 1.5 years, to please, they will get the first strike. They can ask questions by writing their questions on a sheet of paper, which will be made available by the sergeant. First chance to come. Secondly, Toastmasters like Anuradha comes and shouts, don't say DTM so and so, you must say distinguished Toastmaster so and so. I realized this is an interactive discussion. How many times we call each other's names? Not each other's names, call each other's names. So with your permission, I'm going to use first. Agreed?
Should we give him permission?
Thank you. I'm taking that the pose. So these are just the 2 things. But the first one, please do ask. Please do ask. These are nice people. We will try and give the answer.
You promise we won't bite.
So we now move on. Changes. I want to ask again, Nina ji, what are the major facets of change in this 28, 19 years after you started off?
First of all, the education system itself. We had these CCCL manuals, which all old-timers will say are the best. Lay the foundation for public speaking, very clearly, systematically take you step by step from your icebreaker to delivering an inspirational speech, breaking it up into vocal variety, body language, all of those things. We also had a separate CL or leadership manual. So if you took up the role of grammarian, how did you, there was a little write-up about how did you listen, what did you actually do, and the role of timer. So most people think timer just has to time the speeches, but actually it's the timer's role to time the entire meeting and see that it stays on schedule. So if the president waffles on for too long, telling stories about his past and what he was like 20 years ago, or what Toastmasters was like 20 years ago, timer has every right to show that red card and say, Mr. President, Mrs. President, Madam President, please move on. So the entire meeting schedule actually hangs on the timer. So those CCCL manuals, I think they analyzed very clearly what we were doing far better than, I'm sorry to say, the competencies that we're getting in pathways. Pathways was the next step. And yes, it has been clearly defined in terms of different paths, in terms of the different competencies. But again, I think it is so geared to a digital life. Whereas not everyone is comfortable with that, and there are a lot of Toastmasters who are not comfortable, who are more comfortable with paper and pencil or writing things down, and navigating base camp is. We don't even have camel riders showing us the way in base camp. We are lost, so we need helping hands over there.
So those are the problems we have with pathways, trying to get people to enroll, and it goes on that. So pathways was the biggest game changer.
In terms of pluses and minuses, we won't have a debate at the final, but pathways versus the earlier legacy system, what 3 strengths or benefits or 5 it could be, do you count? Either way. Numbers are arbitrary, just strengths, just that.
Yeah, sure. At least the one I can tell right away was that earlier, or whenever somebody had to do a project, they actually had to ask somebody and they had to understand the project, or they had to go to YouTube and actually see a video of how a particular icebreaker is given, or a particular project, how is that given. Go to YouTube, you will have to search and get it. And that's the norm right now. Right? It's the age of Google. Anything you want, you go and ask Google. So in that way, Pathways also has a comprehensive package. It has a video also. Most of the projects have a video to actually, if you view the video, you'll understand what they're talking about. It's not the entire speech, but at least glimpses of the speech for which you have to incorporate. That I thought was a big advantage in Pathways, because earlier you always had to depend, you have to search on something. Here it was given to you right away and you didn't have to search anywhere else. As long as you were able to navigate the pathways, that was good enough. Then you were able to get the answer.
Similarly, could I ask you, what do you find as one strength, one good thing about pathways?
So it's another way of doing it. And I look at it very differently, because when you have come to Toastmasters, because we have experience too, we cannot be confined to saying that, okay, that was good. Naturally, it was very good, no doubt about it. But when this has come from the international board, it has got certain merits. It has certain inadequacies, which will eventually change. But definitely this has certain merits, and it is good for a speaker to adopt, because this is keeping the current requirements in the society and in the corporates in mind. Maybe the legacy system was looking at only about becoming a better speaker, whereas these projects are looked at how current situation can be managed in the changing requirements in your corporate life, social life, and in your day-to-day working.
I think absolutely that's my view too, not because I said that. The product development, the change in the product to satisfy the customer need is the most sensible thing. I think that's what Toastmasters have done, because your main business comes from corporates. So make corporate executives rather than great speakers. I think that seems to be the, I think that's what it is, so I think that's what it is. We now move on to the Second World War, or if this is the First World War, what is the Second World War? Any guesses? COVID, absolutely. See, we all know that thanks to COVID, we could travel to places virtually, which we would never have dreamt about. We also got international speakers and champions here at no cost, not even a cup of coffee cost, right? And we also learned how to emote, looking at that dot of brightness and do all our emotions. We learned all that. But what I want to hear from you briefly is, as sociologists, put on your sociologist cap, what has changed in Toastmasters processes, procedures, expectations after COVID?
I like the idea of passing on by.
Change the order once in a while.
So, one thing I really loved after COVID came into play was that you could actually speak out your mind. Most of the time when we were speaking, we all used to see the faces and then look at the faces and had to react based on the faces. It's one way an advantage, but another way, because of the way your mind easily gets distracted. You see a few faces, whatever you had in mind, that slightly gets distracted. But here, in an online forum, most of the time, like your voting judges, everybody will keep their video turned off. So you never don't see anybody, and you talk to the laptop hoping that they're still hearing you. That was still there, and that made sure that you could speak out your mind. Or people who are reluctant to speak in front of people could at least start speaking. I'm not saying that is the end of the world, but at least they were not even comfortable coming on stage in a regular place, but at least now they could speak to people. Maybe the next stage will be that they were ready to go for it in person. So that small step was there for people who would otherwise not even come out into a meeting as such. That was, I thought, was a challenge.
So you, if I may add one point, but please do respond. As a speaker, please share your experience.
Yeah, so I have a favorable bias because I became a district champion in the online model. So that way I have a favorable bias. But I want to commend the fraternity as such, because While COVID happened, they could have easily chosen to say that we don't know how to manage this, right? And you imagine an international fraternity which is a not-for-profit entity, and everybody is fighting, including the leaders who actually have their own challenges in their professional life, personal life, and all that. And there's so many tragic incidents that happen, but still, if they have to keep this movement going, I really have to commend the activities or the responsibilities that the leaders took. Even in our district, I know even today if you have to organize a hybrid contest, it's not going to be easy, right? And people can easily say, that this system did not work properly, the judge could not hear properly, it was biased and all that. But imagine the kind of work that goes in. And I really have to salute the district leaders for whatever role they take. I found this adoption in Toastmasters is a great opportunity for everybody who came in to speak that. For example, when I participated in the contest in 2019 first time, the district conference was online. Somebody came and told me, Sridhar, every time you speak in the semi-final, every time you speak, you are looking at the screen and not the camera. And because of that, it is looking as if you are looking to my neighbor and speaking, not to myself. Right? And the next day I had to change. I put the entire iPad, covered the entire screen side, keeping only a small portion for the timer flag to be seen, and then thereby my focus was on the camera. Right, so these are things which we learned. So we may not probably be we might not have been an expert speaking on a Zoom call. Maybe this helped. And I had to find some ways of being creative, how to use the online method itself. So these things helped me. I mean, I've been a beneficiary, and I always believe that every opportunity that you get, if you're able to use that and speak, you become a better speaker. And that's what I found in Toastmaster.
To you, ma'am, I have a more specific question, which is, I'm sharing this experience that has happened to you. You go to a club as an evaluator. You ask for the manual. The VP is confused. VP promises the manual like the same confidence of a salesman who promises a product that's gone out of production. And after 3 days, he sends you the 3-page evaluation resources. Has things changed? Specifically, in terms of processes, my original question, processes, procedures.
Let me add a little preamble to that. One is the fact that the very fact that we had pathways, right, proves, as Sridhar says, that Toastmasters is what we call a triple L organization, lifelong learning. So unless you're able to adapt to every change, you will never survive. And that's been the secret of Toastmasters' survival till now, adapting and adopting new practices. So Pathways itself as a digital format proved to be really helpful during the pandemic. Now what also happened when we are doing these pathways is that we look at levels 1, 2 and 3 and they're exactly the same. So they're like, oh, it's so boring, you just have to tick off 1, 2 and the other. And if I may say so, the biggest problem that we have is that every member is going on a very blinkered, step-by-step, speech-by-speech process. I would advise you to look at your pathways. If it is motivational strategies, what do you have as your electives in level 3, 4 and 5? How would you benefit the most? If you have, when you examine them carefully, if you have an HPL, do not wait till you reach project 5, level 5, and then start something. Sit with your mentor, understand what is the motivational strategies pathway, work out what would be the best HPL for you, and then start working on it. Then HPL can take 3 weeks, 3 months, or a year. But you have to plan that. And we did not have that long-sightedness or that vision with the CCCL manuals. We just went one advanced manual at a time, specialty speeches, all of those. But if you put in that perspective, I think you will be much more enriched in what you're learning, and you will be much more productive professionally and personally. So I think that is a process change which has to be adopted, and everyone needs to understand that.
Friends, the essence of pathways learning, you heard just in the last 2 minutes. Believe me, if I may add, mentor your manual and you are home. But you need both. Now, an opportunity for young Toastmasters. If you were to allow to change one thing in Toastmasters, only for those new Toastmasters, what would that be? Just one word. If you were to change, if you want one thing changed, in not that I have the authority, if you want one thing changed, what would that be? Young Toastmasters. Young in the sense, young at less than 1 year. We will increase it less than 2 years. We'll up it shortly till your term comes. So,
One box, those who are young in spirit can
exactly. Or you're so happy, 100% happy. I see the yellow card going up. Not yes, Rajesh.
No, sir, I don't want to change anything, but I want to understand. Suppose I have completed a pathway called leadership development. So I don't see any content of leadership in that. I mean, it's only speech after speech I gave. So what is that I develop as leadership development?
With your permission, since I am the timekeeper, may I say the answer? See, many of the answers are unseen. When you do our counter, you learn learning. It is not direct. My submission, honestly, we can have a chat. My submission is the answers are there. They're not visible. They're not visible. That's the whole thing about Toastmasters is invisible. Confidence. They don't inject confidence, but it comes. So that's my submission. Yes.
May I add a little bit to that? For example, first the project that you have is analyze your communication, leadership and communication styles. There are two. Are you a bureaucrat? Are you a laissez-faire kind of a person? Are you a micromanager or are you a macromanager? Apply that. I mean, just analyze your own style. If you are a micromanager, you will be after your team. Have you done this? This is the deadline. For today's event. Are the chairs properly aligned? Is the timer? Are the timer cards there? Who's looking after these? Give me one by one. Who's doing what? That's micromanager who's also an autocrat. So are you doing that? Or if you're not, you're a macro manager and you're saying, no, as we said, Partha is a team man. I know my team. I know what they can do. I'm only asking for results. So analyze it yourself. And my philosophy about Toastmasters is whatever happens in a Toastmasters meeting, there is a takeaway in your professional life. Apply it. Are you doing the same thing in your office? Are you doing the same thing in your team? Are you doing the same thing as an ex-com? Once you realize that both the communication styles and the leadership styles, 2 yellow cards up now. So, sheer desperation. So once you understand these two, you will realize, yes, it can be applied. And when you do every one of the other projects, how does it apply? And please also one thing that I'd like you to remember, whatever projects you do, you can also do it in your workplace, have it analyzed, have it evaluated by your fellow workers or a Toastmaster or whatever, and you can tell your VP education that I've done it outside of Toastmasters Club. So please go ahead and do that.
Thank you, ma'am. Since the ex-com will kill me after they're smiling now, after all of you leave, if I delay things, I'm going to get into rapid fire. In other words, short answers. Okay. One each, one at a time. To Partha. 2040, when India will become an advanced nation by per capita, no, this is not important. How many Toastmaster districts would you have in Tamil Nadu? 2040, Tamil Nadu.
It will be 5.
5. Okay. You will write it down. Lord Ajay, you will ask me. To Sridhar. For you, it's a double badge. When will District 120 have its first world champion of puppets? I'm asking you with great hope.
Maybe in the coming year.
Yes.
Supplementary, the year GPT will produce a world champion puppet.
ChatGPT can produce, but our speeches will be better. ChatGPT will copy from us.
All JP people who make fun of me, listen to this. Great. Now, have you seen this message in WhatsApp group, Tamil Nadu Toastmasters? For tomorrow's meeting, we need 2 speakers, 1 GE, 1 timer, and maybe a presiding officer.
Everyone joins Toastmasters to become great speakers, great leaders, but they don't want to do their speeches. So, at the end of the day, commit yourself to your own learning. That's what Toastmasters is about. Self-confidence, self-esteem, the operative word is self. We cannot put it in you. You have to decide. Set yourself goals, targets, I'm going to finish one pathway, two pathways, or whatever, and get on with it.
Thank you, ma'am. To you, Partha, when will District 120 have its first international president?
District 120. Again, I think in 10 years time.
We are actually
Gayatri will be there first one.
Huh?
Gayatri would be the first one.
How many years would it take?
5 years.
5.
Okay.
Regional RA and then ID, right?
Yeah, ID and then second, first.
Okay, so what's the year?
As partnership and bypass, I can go straight.
All right, that's also not here. In time machine.
Name also we know.
And the last question, unless the timer gives me more time, to you. Yeah, to you. You know, you do an evaluation. Soon after the test, by the way, why are they called test speakers? We are under test, the evaluators. Anyway, you go and deliver your evaluation. Half an hour later, somebody does an entire 300-word speech, prepares it, delivers it, and walks away with a big prize. What do you think? Can we correct it?
No, it's the first speaker and the last speaker.
Yeah.
Right? That's the difference. First speaker does it 5 minutes after, the last speaker does 30 minutes after. But I think it's a level playing platform, right? It's a lucky kind of a thing. Sometimes you may be the first, sometimes you may be the last. And if you're a champion, you should be able to speak whichever slot you are in, right? And if you're the first speaker, you should still be able to do it. And we're talking about contest winning, right? An opening batsman cannot say that I am facing the tough bowlers and I cannot be scoring 100. The last batsman cannot similarly say that I cannot play. I strongly believe in Toastmasters, you look at competition as an opportunity for you to excel. And if you are winning being the first speaker, you are the best. That's how you can assume yourself. If you are the last speaker, you get more time. Sometimes that can itself be a complication. Because you get so many thoughts and you would not know how all of them are spoken and how judges will mark my thing, whether I will be different, all points would have got covered. That's also a pressure. So I don't think that it's a level playing platform in my opinion. So we should take it like this.
Thank you very much. I think friends, that's the best note for me to end this conversation.
No, if you wanted a technical solution for it, there is a solution.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you have is, you have all the evaluators go into different rooms. And then you record all the evaluations, because it's an online platform. You record all the evaluations and then put it to one by one in the same sequence to the judges. So everybody gets the same time to speak, but only you can do it only in online.
Exactly. I have a variation to technical answer, but for want of time, I will not reveal that. We will keep it for another occasion.
I just want to pay my compliments to Medley because I have come here many a times and this club has recognized me significantly for my performance in Toastmasters. I've been, I've taken education stations here. And twice I remember when Jayantina and Sundararaman and all were there. Twice I happened to be an education teacher on my birthday, so I still have those cards. January 11th, so you can remember if you want to call me. But Medley has been an outstanding club. I'm really happy to be here. That's it for today. Thank you.
It's my pleasure also to be here. In fact, I was also a division governor for Medley Toastmasters. But it was not the home division. Unlike Gayatri, where she pulled Medley into her division, I switched my division to come in to become the division governor. I was probably flexible at that point of time. So I was able to come, but I did serve as the division governor. I'm glad to be here today on this leadership.
Thank you very much, my dear friends. I would request the club president to come over and honor me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And thank you to the moderator.
Well, thank you.
For a great job.
Thank you to all the distinguished Toastmasters for the panel discussion. I think everyone is in the cricket fever right now, and the latest update is that Pakistan has got all out. So I hope we get the situation. I hope we get the meeting on time so that we can all go home and enjoy India's innings.
We'll go to the next session. Evaluation is the heart of the Toastmasters educational program. It is through constant evaluation and constructive feedback that dreams eventually come true. To share evaluation on the speech, Helping Hands by Toastmaster Sundararaman, I request Toastmaster Praveena, a multitasking mother, a homemaker, promoting the workshop called Peace Education Program through the Prem Rawat Foundation, to come on to the stage. She is also representing Medley at the division level for the evaluation speech contest.
Good evening once again. If communication opens doors to help people, then Toastmasters is a key, and today's milestone meeting is the testimony for that. So what better title than that of Helping Hands by our speaker, Toastmaster Sundaresan. He started with a nice story of a corporal and soldiers and proceeded to give few more interesting anecdotes throughout the body of the speech. It had a wonderful message, and in a loud and commanding voice did he present confident body language, stage movement and hand gestures. It seemed more like a mix of direct and initiation communication style to me. Yes, talking about communication style, there are a few recommendations that I would like to give to Toastmaster Sundaresan. I didn't hear any mention of the communication styles that you or any characters in your story adopted. There was a wonderful prop by you, and I actually thought that that prop had all the information about the communication style. Probably the various characters that you had mentioned, I thought you would denote saying, this person used this communication style. Like the panelists over here, even I belong to the generation where I would like to see everything in writing so that it gets into me nice and thick. But however, that was missing there as well, which I thought would have been there. And another thing is, it is important to know what not to do in certain situations. There are so many instances where we would have adopted a certain communication style thinking that will work best, but unfortunately would not have done that way. So it is important to also mention situations where a certain communication style flopped and maybe we should have used something else to keep in mind. Finally, power of pause. You had a lot of time Toastmaster Sundaresan. You could have used pauses effectively, especially for the introductory story of yours, where the person who came on the horse, before introducing, you could have given a great pause, and that would have added the suspense factor, and it could have also added more time to your story, because before we realized what was happening in your story, your speech was done. So maybe you could also use pause effectively. So all in all, it was a wonderful, entertaining speech with great message, commanding gestures from you. And if you can just take these recommendations, we can expect a wonderful speech next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Praveena, for your wonderful evaluation. We learn best in moments of enjoyment. These were the famous words from the professor. Ralph C. Medley, founder of Toastmaster International. We now enter into the fun zone of today's meeting by our second runner-up of a humorous speech in our club.
Toastmaster Vijayarajan, an experienced marketing professional who works as the Assistant Vice President Business Development for a Dublin-based Indian IT company, Cube Claritas. Ever smiling, always willing to help, and stays calm in all situations, join us in welcoming Toastmaster Vijayarajan on an event which we have no idea about called Gajini. Over to you.
Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. Good evening. As Toastmaster Pravina said, communication is the key for opening the lock. If communication is the key, where is the key chain? Body language, stage utilization, and facial expression. These are the first three exercises we are going to experiment today in an interesting way. And the fourth thing I will tell you later. So, for the first exercise, let me call somebody. Toastmaster Hemant. Do you think body language is important for communication?
Yes. I think it would.
So, actually, today I will play a song. You have to incorporate body language and dance for the song. Before you play that song, I would like you want Hindi song or English song? Hindi song. Hindi song. Any judges? People who know a little bit of Hindi, after that you can give 5-star rating. Actually, before I do this body language, I would like to give what and how this thing happened. No talking, only. No.
फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी मेरा जूता है जापानी ये पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी निकल पड़े हैं खुली सड़क पर अपना सीना ताने मंजिल कहाँ रुकना है ऊपर वाला जाने पढ़ते जाए हम सैलानी कहते एक दरिया तूफानी सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी मेरा जूता है जापानी इंग्लिस्तानी सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी
wants to come true, when you get an opportunity, you have to come onto the stage and dance. So, for the next one, stage utilization, let me call upon our president. You have to execute stage execution, stage utilization, not talking. This is Michael Jackson's song. Then you need the caption. Is it moonwalk or desert? How effectively you use the stage? Third one is, let me invite Toastmaster Shanmugavel. Would you be interested in facial expression? I think like Once more. So the next session, actually, it's a session to experiment ourselves. We are shuttling between our mother tongue and our English, right? So for that, I need 7 people on stage. Anybody who is interested, please come to the stage. Jayan, please come to the stage. It's your participation that will make this. Well, you can see. Now I'm going to take you to the interval. Tell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1,
2,
3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8,
9,
10. Okay. So everybody knows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we have to shift between mother tongue and English. If you say it in English, you have to say it in mother tongue. It can be Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, whatever. But first English, mother tongue, English, mother tongue. Okay. Shall we start? And if you say wrong, you can take your seat. And the last person is the winner. You can start. I will tell you.
School.
No, 1.
One. And
Oh, okay. You have to say once more. Start. Okay. All reals.
1. 2.
4. Okay, you can please take chair.
1. 2.
5.
All.
1.
No, 7.
7. 20. 15.
Again, start from 1.
Nine. 11. 9? No. He said 12 first year. Out.
Surya played that role. So same way today, distinguished Toastmaster Bruce Prasad is supposed to play this role. He has not come. I am playing the role. That is the reason.
That was a really a fun session. Everybody enjoyed, and of course you got the Surya for Medley. Okay, so in the face of adversity, it's vital to surround ourselves with all the support systems like family, friends and mentors. And Toastmasters is a place where you get all the three in one place. So friends, let's continue to dream big and also to work with fun so that we celebrate all our victories which is along our way. With this, Toastmaster Priyadarshini
and Toastmaster Sanjay
signing off for today. Thank you everyone. Now I would like to hand over the stage back to the Shah Rukh Khan of our Medley, a presiding officer, Toastmaster Mechanism.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Priyadarshini and Sanjay. 6 months old and 1 month old. I think nobody believed me. They are Toastmasters for 6 months and 1 month. Right? From their performance. Huge round of applause for them. Thank you. Last week I learned about this resonant relationship where you have a better connection when you have people who are like-minded with you, and if that network goes larger and larger, there's a lot of energy flowing out of it. It is not multiplier, it is exponential energy. As Toastmaster Sree Jai Anand said, 3 years back, I was babysitting my son for around 2.5 3 years. My wife is working in a bank. So around 3 years, my speech or whatever I speak, nobody was there to listen except my son. So I decided to join Toastmasters, and my wife asked me the same question. What is that you have in Medley? After a time, Prasanna Vani calls you, you attend the call. Whenever Sundararaman calls you, you are attending. What is that special about it? I said, it's the only place, whatever I speak, everybody tells this, but my personal experience, whatever I speak, whomever I speak to, they accept as I am and they clap their hands. So that is the special about Medley and Toastmasters, which I like about that. Was the initial purpose, but in the last 3 years, it changed me entirely. Thanks to Medley. And this is the list which I wanted to thank. These are the list of my our subcommittee members of this milestone meeting. I wanted to thank them personally, calling them on stage. But as an